Hi there. I am super excited today because I found the piece that was missing from my kit. Whew. Okay. Hi there. I'm like super excited because I found the missing part of my kit. Just, yeah. I found the missing part of my kit over here. I am finishing up Mr. Mr. Butterfree, Miss Butterfree. I haven't decided yet, but we are finishing up Butterfree over here. And yesterday, while I was building it, I got to a point that this piece right here, okay, this piece right here, seemed to be a little bit smaller than the counterpart. And it looks like they might have packed up the wrong sizing. I checked it. I did what I could as far as like checking to make sure that I didn't accidentally put that piece where it wasn't supposed to go. But I went through my little bin of random bricks and I was able to find the size that I needed. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it off and finish off Butterfree over here. And then we're going to get into Golbat. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you've joined me before, especially this week, you will know that I am celebrating Pokemon 30 by getting into all of my Pokemon builds. So I'm super excited. I have already done the Pokédex. I've done this like little art scene with Bulbasaur. And today I'm going to finish off Butterfree, which is only going to be like a bag or so. And then from there, we're going to get into Golbat. So let's get started. All while I have Pokemon kind of like playing in the background. So if you can hear that, that's what's going on there. Alright, so we're going to take off this piece right here and fix this part. So, and the sad part is that it was kind of already, it's this piece right here that kind of messed me up a bit. But as you can see, it is going to work now. I just need to make sure that I put it back the way that's supposed to be. You're gonna hear me sing a lot with the songs that come on, because this is definitely, I know every single song of this anime. I grew up with the anime and I love singing along with the songs. Okay, so as I can see here, we're gonna put this piece right here. See, I kind of remember how I did this. I think it's this way. Oh no! I'm losing his head. Actually, no, it's fine. There we go. Yay! I fixed it. Alright, so we're gonna put this back in. Right there. We fixed it! And I actually forgot to check to see if I could find the other piece that I accidentally dropped. Gonna have to do that. And okay. And his little head back on. 1, 2, and 3. No, that's not working. Let's see. I'm just breaking it apart now. Oh, goodness. How does this one go? Okay. I do have this piece that also kind of like fell through the cracks. There we go. Okay, so let's finish up Butterfree. Boop, boop. Oh, I see. It's moving. Okay, let's see here. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish up this piece. And it's attached. Gonna make sure over here. I think it just has to be. His poor head. I'm like struggling with this one today. Okay. Alright, from there, I'm gonna grab our pieces that we're still working on over here. And this one is going to be 1. Gonna use this one right here. It's gonna be the circle and then the triangle area. This one's gonna come down here where it lands. Nope, I'm wrong. First we gotta add one more piece over here. then 2. Okay. From here, we're going to have one of these come onto the top. That's one. And cover up the top of the round part with a half moon. This one is going to have our little vinyl or plastic pieces over here. So plastic piece and plastic piece. Doesn't matter which side. It looks like it might. Yeah. So this one is going to be, let's see, it's going to be this one right here. And this is going to be on the bottom side. And the first little rod over here, short side, I think it's pretty even. That first one is going to go on the prong that we added on the bottom. And then the next one in here. Right there. And then adding these buttons on the top. So that's going to be 1 and 2. One and 2. Beep. From here, this one is going to go right connected to this piece with this piece coming through and kind of covering on the bottom. You're going to have that little bit of lift. Okay. Then from there, you're going to do the second wing. Alright, I guess we're going to seal it first. So now we're going to go ahead and put this one on there. Close that up. Then we have the same formula. You're going to grab the circle at the edge. Going to put the gray button and then the 3, single 3. Welcome in. Just finishing up Butterfree, and then from there we're going to open up Goldbat. I have one more bag to go with Butterfree. I kind of came across a little problem yesterday. So I kind of stopped, especially taking advantage that I had to go pick up my daughter from school. But we are almost done with Butterfree, and I'm super excited because she's already flying. Look at this. And I did now realize what was my mistake. And it looks like this one right here. A little bit Butterfree over here. I love these motion ones. And I really hope that, especially with the license that, hold on. Especially with the license that that Lego now has with Pokemon. I really hope that we really get some of these motion ones. I know that this new one that's coming out for Venusaur, Bulbasaur, I mean, not Venusaur, not Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. I have a feeling that they don't have any really like motion aside from, you know, just being able to like the opposable kind of figure. And I really hope that if they continue with the Pokemon builds, that they provide some motion, kind of like these. I would love to see what they do with the motion um, mechanics. I feel like they could do a lot, but only time will tell if they actually go. If they're actually going to build upon different builds. Let's see here. That one's going to go here. This one, we're going to add our prong into the gray button. And then you have one more right over here. Ah! One more right there. Alright, perfect. This one is going to be on this side over here. Gonna add. See, and I still did it anyway. I was looking at the picture, but I was looking at the picture in the wrong direction. I put it on the wrong side. Alright, let's do this again. You would think I would be awake by now, and I am not. Okay, it's gonna be on this side right here. Okay. This side. How is that so? Hold on. Oh, that's because I'm putting it backwards. You would think that I would be awake. You know what though? I missed my coffee today. I think that's what it is. I wanted to not do the coffee today, and I feel like it might have been a bad choice. Okay. From there, we're going to place it. Okay. Gonna do button 1 to hold that down. Button 1. Button 1. And button 2. Button 3. James. Rocket blasts off at the speed of light. Prepare to fight. Oh no! How many is that? That would be 2. That's kind of like an... Oh, it's so that you could kind of keep it together. Okay, I see what's going on. Gonna have this nice little rubber band. Let's kind of bring it together. Ah! I'm not quite sure if I really need to put both of them. It's saying that I need to put two, but it kind of like feels like maybe one is fine. But let's just go ahead and put the second one in. Okay. Ah. And then you're going to push it down and put this kind of like this one over the top. I feel like that would pop every single time. I feel like that's bound to pop. Yeah, I feel like that's bound to pop off. Ah, she's flying. Yay! Whee! Butterfree. Okay. Okay, from there, it looks like all of these are extra. I would have not imagined that those would be all extra. So that's one thing that I really love about the Mattel builds. That a lot of their extra pieces are like extra. You're not just getting like 3 buttons or whatever. Bag number 6. You're not just getting like a few like tiles here and there. They're like very abundant with giving you extra pieces. Of course, it's still like the small miniature pieces that you could probably like lose much more faster. But they're not shy. Okay. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Alright. Gonna make like a few little flowers over here. There are these right here. They have like the little petals. They grow. Ah! That's gonna be 1 and 2. I'll be laughing if this whole bag is just for the 2. Because so far, the way they're showing this, it's like that's the only thing on this page. Alright. I'm going to put first one right over here. Second one is going to be towards the back. Towards the back. Then it's going to be a larger one. So these are pretty interesting because it comes, I haven't even done the research, but they come with like different languages as well. I'm assuming that one of them is Japanese. The other one, I think with the Eevee it was Spanish. I'm actually not sure. I do wonder how they came across of being all like, okay, so these are the languages that we're going to include. Because even Eevee only had like 3 other ones. Gonna catch a muscle in me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, my heart's so true. Okay. And then from there, This one's going to be 2. So that's 1. And that's 2. One right here. And the other over here. Oh, that's sweet. Right here. And to the flower right there. That's 2. And this one is going to belong in this little rotating part. I keep losing his little booty. His little booty. And then from there, this one's going to go in the inside over here. And then the sides. So first one, 1, 2, and then 3 would be 1, 2, 1, and 2. I love these because they always do like a little decoration. I just realized that this one's not like Eevee that shows you the gears. I feel like Pikachu is going to be like that one. Pikachu, you're going to be able to see the gears, I feel. So we have 1 and 2. And then 1 and 2. I still have to check to see what happened to that little piece that I missed and that fell. Gonna get more flowers over here. It's gonna be this little 2-stem one. That's 1 flower, 2 flower, and that's gonna be 1 right here with the other one on top, I believe. And then this one's going to go in the front. And this one. Where does this one go? This one, Butterfree's going to be facing this way. Is that right? How's that so? Did I accidentally put... I think I accidentally put one where it wasn't supposed to go. Okay. That one doesn't belong there. That's not on there. Butterfree facing the other way. That one has the blue flower right there. Okay. If I have her facing this way, that one's good. Turn it around. The white one's right there. This is still open. And then here, no, that's still open. So this one's gonna go over here in between. In between. And then we're gonna make another one. This one. Two. And this one's gonna be a tall one. So first one, that's one. And then this one's gonna be on the opposite side, kind of like branching off. And this one's gonna have all blue flowers. So one, two, and one, two, and three. Ah! And then that one's gonna go in the last remaining movement part. Oh, there's so many little flowers on this one. That's so cute. Alright. Then on this side with the crank, we're gonna finish off the little decorations. That's one and two. And then one and two. Jigglypuff. One, two, three. One, two, three. Right here. This episode always makes me laugh. This is the episode where they're taking like the Pokemon test, and it's the other way that you could get certified for the Indigo League. And Butterfree, we're gonna go ahead and put your little name plaque on here. Aww. Yay! We got Butterfree! Butterfree! Look at that one. So cute. I did figure out where I made a mistake. But like you have like different movements. My cameras are going crazy because it's like I can't focus. Ah, so cute. So I realized that this hinge right here, I think that's a missing hinge. Alright, so this one was Butterfree. This one is on highlight right now if you're watching on Amazon. I finally finished Butterfree. This one was a total of 582 pieces, recommended for ages 12 and up. You have a motion control. This one, she's going to flap her wings up and down. And not only that, but like the rotation is also going to rotate this stem and this stem. I personally really love the detail of the little flowers on here. I feel like there's more detail in this one, at least like the base, than Eevee had. So if I show you Eevee real quick, Eevee is 1,000, if I remember correctly, 1,366 pieces. And I'm losing her. Oh no, she finally was like, you are moving me in a way that you shouldn't. As you can see, I do not have it glued down. She is free to roam. Some of these I kind of feel like maybe I should think about holding her down. Oh no! There we go. Oh no, poor Eevee. There we go. That's okay, we fixed it. Is it back here? It is back here. So anyways, Eevee is 1,366 pieces if I remember correctly. This one took me about 8.5 hours to build. And this one has, I'm not going to try to put it back on there. I have to like double check and make sure that everything's okay, because it's not functioning right. This one came with a couple of different pieces that move. However, you really have to keep an eye and make sure that these stand correctly, because they snapped off before I even got the chance to really have create the movement. So the only thing that I have to really say about these cranks is that these cranks are very easily, like, at least this one always comes off very easily. So just kind of keep that in mind. But Eevee looks like she's running through a field. And these two pieces are supposed to move as well. The only thing is that when I did it, it kind of popped off. And this base took me well over 4 hours to build. Of course, I was on stream, so I'm pretty sure you guys can build it a little bit faster than that. But she definitely, they don't move, but they're supposed to move too. I really love this collection. Right now we're going to get started on Gold Bat, which is going to be also one of the motion sets. And from there, I could also show you, we did the Pokemon, the Kanto region Pokédex right here. This one comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interchangeable and lights up. We're going to go ahead and put these extra pieces away. Alright, so Butterfree is 582 pieces. And I'm hoping that that kind of sets us up for a good start when it comes to... Let's put Butterfree right there. Actually, let's put Butterfree on this side. So Gold Bat is 318 pieces. This one should be pretty easy because this one doesn't have that large of a base. And I think she, even though it's supposed to be a sizable one, kind of like Butterfree, it's still less because the wings alone, you could tell that the only thing that you're building is the base for the wings, and then the rest is going to be kind of like that poly that they have. Alright, let's get started. Okay. So Golbat, 318 pieces, mini motion Golbat, and it's going to come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your special pieces. Your manual, of course. And it looks like the base alone for this one is going to be a total of 4 bags. That's insane. That's what I'm telling you. When it comes to these are all about the base. The base is really what you're building when it comes to these. The base is the one that's going to take you the most time. So just kind of keep that in mind. Anyways, let's get started. So because it's a mini motion one, it looks like we're going to be doing a couple of different pieces together. I'm going to leave that one out. So we're going to start off with bag number 1. Bag number 1. This one has a special rubber band. We'll put it aside for right now. And bag number 2. Bag number 1 basically is all your small pieces. And like I said, we're going to be starting off with the base on this one. So we're going to start off with your base plate. And as you can see, it's a small one because it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's an 8 by 8 base plate. And that's how you kind of know that it's going to be kind of tiny. At least the base itself. Alright. So we're going to start off with creating our little corners over here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the top facing one, two, three. Let's see. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So your base plate is automatically going to start with this part right here filled out. I have a feeling that there's going to be a couple of different decorations. I know I could take a look at the box, but the box actually doesn't show the bottom of the mount. That's what I call it. It's basically a mount that you're going to have on here. So from here, you're going to grab a 2 6 by single 6s. That's 1, and that's 2. And those are going to be 1 over here. That's 1 and 2. And then you're going to grab two doubles. That's 1 and 2. Those doubles are going to go and round out the square on this side, like the linear on this side. And essentially, make sure they're good on there. This is going to be Golbat. From the motion ones, I have done this one, Butterfree, and Eevee. I can tell you Butterfree gave me a little bit of trouble only because I kind of messed up when it came to the hinges. I accidentally put the wrong one on one side. I thought I had lost it, but I guess not. I thought they gave me the wrong item. And it wasn't until I sat down here that I realized that no, I messed it up. Alright, so we're going to tile it up all around. It's going to be 3 sides with the long one, and then the inside over here you're going to do 2 smaller ones. It's going to be 1 and 2 with that opening spot right there. And with that opening spot facing you, we're going to do a 4. We're going to do a square. There's going to be this little rod one. And which one's going to start it off? It's going to start it off with an L. And it's going to be a solid L because you're going to have 2 different L's. So keep that in mind. You're going to have the rounded prong L, like socket L. I don't know what you would call that. And then you have the regular prong L. You're going to do the prong L. It's going to be 1. And then the square on top. Just like that. From there, it's going to be a double on the top. On the top. And another L. This L is going to come over here and be facing on the bottom, because then you're going to have this little rod ones come in onto the 2 sides over here. Gotta catch myself through. From there, you're going to have a square on top. Square with an L, another L. The only thing is that's the wrong color. I didn't even, how did I miss that? There's 2 different grays on here. And I just realized that maybe perhaps I would have put the wrong gray on there. Hold on. Is that even existent? I don't know. I was supposed to use 2 there. Oh, there he is. And 2. Okay, and then we're going to use this rubber band. I'm interested to see how this rubber band actually is going to like function, because the way that they have it, that you have to put it in there, it's going like actually hooking that side, but then over here it's going to be on the bottom. If you can see that. And then it's going to be a tile, and then the square with the 2. So that's 2 and 2. Right there. Oh no. I'm already putting it on the wrong side. Oh Lord. Okay. Let's see. If it's this way, it's going to be row 1 and then 1, 2, 3. Right there. 3. There we go. Got some hinges going. We're going to start off with a 4 with the 2 crosses. We're going to add a white hinge in the front. This one's going to be attached with the crisscrossy on the first one. Then it's going to be another one. This one's going to be in the back with the rotator. And then that rotator is going to have the orange, like, I don't even know, cover? You could call it cover. From there, we're going to grab a black rotator. Add that one to the other side over here with another white one going in through the crisscrossy. Then it's going to be the 3. Oh, with the crisscrossy on the side. There we go. Then this one's going to be starting off with the blue through this one crisscrossy and then through the back. Right there. Then we have the 2 that has like the little rod at the top, the rotator on the top. That one's going to be attached and flushed with the 3. And there we go. Let's see how we're going to put this on. I feel like it's going to be on this side. Let's see. So then from here, this one right here, the open part that you have towards the bottom is going to go through onto the orange right there. And then this is going to sit on top, I believe. No. Is it going to sit on top? Oh, we need this one. Okay. And then this side is going to sit on top. That rubber band creates that resistance. Does make me wonder how that works. I love seeing how they use different mechanics for different parts. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has the rubber band kind of like looping through the orange part, and you're sealing it to the 2 like little towers that you have going on. And it does kind of, oh, okay, I see where it's going. All right, from there, I'm gonna make sure that this is facing up, and we're gonna have a tall 2, single 2 right on top, single 2 with a 4 and 2 flat ones. 2 of them. That's 1 and 2. This one is going to sit on this side and it's going to cover up the blue right there. And then this one is going to be these 2, right? And we're going to use, I call these lightsabers. The ones that have the crisscrossy, or not even crisscrossy, but if one side is larger than the other side, whether it's a rotator or the crisscrossy, I call them lightsabers. but you're gonna push across both of them right there with the double blue on the bottom. And it's going to be facing backwards, but this facing this way, it's going to go in this open spot right here. So this one has like a larger spot. It's going to be. That is interesting. I do wonder how that's going to work. Okay. From there, this one's going to show you the gears like Eevee did. Butterfree doesn't show you the gears in the inside, and it does make me wonder why they opted to do that. So we're going to have one right here and two with another one over here. I don't quite think it matters what side is open. So we're gonna just have it open on the inside. Then we're gonna grab a total of 2 of these barrels and 2 of the shorter barrels. And we're gonna do 1 barrel, small barrel on top of the larger one. Those barrels and this cuff. The cuff is going to go on this orange rotator. Gonna have that rotation. And then the 2 barrels are gonna be like pillars. So one next to the like the glass, the other one on the other side. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have like that open space perhaps. I don't think it's gonna be closed out. Okay, on the other side over here, if we have this facing our way, we're gonna have 1 and 2. These are gonna be facing pretty much the same way. So we're gonna put this one open inside on that side with this one open on the inside as well. Right there. And then we're gonna do some layering over here. Starting off with the tall 4 on the inside. I mean, to like flush out that wall. Then we're going to do an L. That L is going to go over here with the open part outside because we're going to do a sitting side cap. Sitting side cap is going to, tall sitting side cap right in here, and the other one's going to go over here on this open spot with this piece. That's not the piece. Oh, it is the piece. With a single eye tile. Single eye tile. And that one's going to go in there. Okay, we're going to grab these 2 L's and grab our nameplate. And once again, actually this one only came with 3 nameplates, so only 3 different languages. I do wonder what is this. I feel like it might be Spanish. I won't lie, I actually don't know the names of Pokemon in Spanish, so I wouldn't even know. Alright, so it's gonna go 1 and 2. And this is gonna go right over here. So this one has like a really specific spot where the nameplate goes. From there, we're gonna continue on the layering, and we're gonna add, is that the darker gray? 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. Tall barrel, and the tall barrel is going to go in this eye socket. I call it an eye socket. And the window right over here. There you go. Look at that. We're starting to get this little base going. Remember, this base is going to be 4 overall. Let's see. From here, 1, 2, and 3. And this one. So we're going to start off with the square and the 3. Then we're going to add the double tall 4 with the 2. And that is going to go over here. A little concrete wall. Alright, so we're going to start closing this up. Alright, so we're going to start off with our double 2, 4, 6, 8. Double. And it's going to be this right here, right across. Then you're going to do a single. A single with, let's see, 2 of these. One to finish off the corner right here. And then now you're going to have these special L's come in. That's 1 and 2. From there, we're going to have a 2, 4, 6, 8. This one's going to finish off this side over here. Right there. And then I'm going to have a 3. Close out this space right here with a single and then a 4. No, not a 4. Is it a 4? Is it going to be over? It looks like it is a 4, and it's just going to start. There we go. Right there. So facing me, we're going to have, what is that? That is a 5. So we're going to have this 5 come in, cover up this part. We're going to flush it to the edge on top of the barrel. And then this one is going to come in and do the same thing. This one is the 6. And then 5, a 5. And then 1, 2 with a double 3 right in the middle, right there. Boop. Oh, I actually still don't see how it's going to do the rotation on this one. Interesting. I didn't even realize that. Oh, do you see that? Okay, I kind of see it now. Let's see how this goes. Okay. From there, we're going to add a 2. This one's going to be face over here. This is going to be right in the center. That's a 2. Then this long 2, 4, 6. Single 6 is going to come over here and live right in the middle with the 3x3 covering up right there, and the single right there. And now we're going to fill in the gaps with these. So I'm going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This bag didn't. These 2 bags didn't have that many extras in it. I'm actually shocked. Okay, so now we have our base. We're gonna do some tiling over the top because I think it's supposed to resemble a Golbat being in a cave. So wait. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to like foreshadow and see how it would be. I should probably stop. So we're gonna do bag number 3. Bag number 3. And bag number 4. Alright, starting off, if it was facing me, we're going to have 2 of the half eye tiles, with one of them starting us off right here. Then it's going to be a single 3 coming in. It's going to be a pronged one. And that one's going to be flush to it on the edge. That's there. The eye is going to be in the middle in the next one. So it's going to be a 2 right there. Not the very best. No one ever was. I seriously know every single song to these. I habitually watch the whole anime starting from the beginning to the end, from Indigo League over to Horizons, religiously, like once a year. And it usually, I think now it takes me about a month to get through all of it. It truly is one of my favorite animes. No matter how old I get. Alright, we're gonna use this one right here. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, are so true. My kids actually know the full song. It's gonna be a single 4. Pokemon, catch 'em, Pokemon. And then that's gonna be a 4 tile. That's gonna come in over here and cover up this space on the bottom of this one. There we go. With the longer one, which I'm assuming is a 5, coming in on the top with a 2 prong on the bottom here. Welcome in, welcome in. Right now I'm building Golbat. Golbat is a total of, let me see. Let me take a quick break real quick. Golbat is a total of 318 pieces. This is the base, and we have gone through bags 1 through 4 is for the base. This is bag 3 and 4 right here. Aside from that, we just finished up Butterfree. This I personally love because of all the little flowers. I really do like the detailing of having the flowers there, and she's flying across with the flowers, and the rotation basically focuses on wings going up and down. I love that each of these come with like 3. Well, actually, Golbat came with 3 nameplates. I want to say it's English. It's definitely Japanese. And this one, I don't actually know what the name of the Pokemon are in Spanish, but I want to say it's probably Spanish because it's common language. Then we have Eevee. This one was 3. No, not 3. It was 1,366 pieces. This one, I have not opened it up so that I could fix these two, but this one has a rotation of Eevee basically running. I kind of messed up earlier, and now I don't know if she's gonna run correctly. Her tail. I love the detail in the tail on this one. When it comes to the Lego Pokemon that are coming out, I do wonder how much detail is going to go into it, because if you look at Eevee's face in this one, it kind of resembles the face that they have for the new one. I know people have a problem, like some people have mentioned that they have a problem with Pikachu's face, but as far as Eevee goes, I think it looks pretty similar to this one. That one was 1,366 pieces. Then we have the Pokédex, which is one of my favorites. This one I usually build and I disassemble on a habitual mode. Comes up with the light. This part right here, if you take off this little wedge, you could actually interchange by putting it into the 2 prongs. But you have Bulbasaur, you have Charmander, you have Eevee, Squirtle, and Pikachu. I think today we're going to do Pikachu since we're doing Golbat. That makes sense in my head as to why. Comes with its own little stand. I pretty much disassemble this one often because I end up doing it with my daughter a lot. But I think this is the last time that I'm going to disassemble it and build it again. Only because I already started losing 2 pieces that go there. So that's not supposed to look like that. That's just mine because of so many times that I've actually used it. And then we got our little Ivysaur scenery here. Let's see. Is it here? Ivysaur scenery. Right there. I love how you could kind of interchange the direction that the cherry blossom is going in. And I do feel that maybe perhaps there could have been a little bit more detail into the ivy leaves. Because I feel like they're pretty small in comparison to what you see on Ivysaur overall. But, you know, I still think it's super cute. The stadium. So, if you're just joining me, I am doing my countdown to Pokemon Day by doing a bunch of builds throughout the whole week. Alright, so let's get back to this right here. And gonna continue building out the top. Over here we're going to have a single 6, flushing out the edge here, single 6 with a single 5 right next to it. Then the single eye is going to be at the top with a half tile. And then the tile is going to come over here and cover up this part with a single 3 coming in and finishing off that line. From here we're going to have the double tile, cover up this part. I thought we were going to have something special in that little section right there, but I guess not. Single prong, L with the I, I call these eyes whenever it's these. Those are eyes. And then it's going to be a double with another eye, half tile, with the eye facing to the top. Yay, we fleshed it out. Covered it all. Alright, so now on the edges, on the top, we're going to start off and tile it out with the 3, I want to say they're 8s. I actually don't know. So let's start off with this one. Gonna do 1, 2, and 3. And with this facing here, we're going to have the brown square. That's 1. And then a single 3 coming down the top. Right there. But yeah. I'm going to do some tiling. I'm going to start off with our middle piece right here. That's 1. That's 2. And 3. Right over here. 3. Then the half eye, half tile is going to come over here and live right above the bouncy blue part. I should probably not mess with that, because if not, I'm going to push it down and then it's going to be hard to grab it back. I feel. Alright, so then we're going to do that little corner. Then it's going to be a double. That's going to come over here next to the square, with this one coming over and corner in. Here we go. There we go. Whenever I have to do those are always hard. I feel like I always struggle with making sure that it snaps. One. Two. And then this one's gonna go right in here. Let's hope that I'm not gonna break anything. You really do have to push down on the lever right here to make sure that it creates that resistance to keep that up. But look at this. I'm seriously gonna get it stuck before I even put anything there, I feel. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, next up, I'm gonna have a L in the brown. This should be a regular L, which is gonna be this one right here. And that one is going to be long side to the back with another one of these corner pieces, which is going to be this one that is going to have the 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's so cool. I love the tilings like this. I love when it's kind of like mosaic tiling. I should really invest and start building more of the art ones. Like that's 1. And 2. corner. There we go. I think that's it. Oh, now I have this part right here. Not even. It's over here. So this is going to be an L. A tiled L. Tiled L with the corner piece, rounding out the side. Corner. Two in the tile over here. Yes, with a corner pie piece. Right there. I just realized that she actually goes in as Jessie in this episode. I feel like I never really paid attention to that part. Okay, from there we're gonna add like little rocks. So the first one gonna be right here. That's one. This one right here is two. This one is gonna be three. And then number 4. The Princess Festival episode. I love this episode. I wanted to be a prince. I wish there was a princess festival where I kind of grew up, because that would have been fun. I guess the equivalent would probably be like Little Miss Something. But the Princess Festival episode is definitely one of my favorites. You get to see like a soft side of Jessie. You know, we don't really get to find out much about her upbringing, but I do wish that they should have like really dug deeper into Jessie's upbringing. Let's see. I think it's going to be this one. Okay, so we're kind of forming, the whole base is formed out. I still don't know exactly how this one's going to work because it's really just bouncing. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, I think this is like the button for it to move. So this one's not like Eevee or Butterfree that has the crank. This one's going to have a little button that's going to like activate the motion. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that until right now. I was like, how is this going to work? Alright, so tile over here. That's one. Over here. And this is 2. I'm doing a lot of tiling on this one. I like how detailed this one is. What I like about this, sorry. I had a moment that I forgot what I was saying because I was looking at something else. What I really like about this set of the motion, like this is the mini motion Golbat. But like what I really like about it is that they took their time to make sure that they all seemed and you got a sense of what was their habitat. Like with Butterfree, she's flying across like a little field of flowers, and then with Golbat, like you're basically building the inside of a cave with this little part right here, like where all the rocks are and stuff. And I find that kind of like that's one of the things that I really love about builds is that you have the people who create them, the engineers that create them, and one, the creativity of how to make sure that a certain aesthetic is there amazes me. Like, I thought we were gonna have another crank, but the whole fact that you seriously have a button, I was like, why do we have a rubber band in there? But that makes sense because now you create the resistance, and now that's what's gonna flap the wings on Golbat. I find that fascinating, and I love that a lot. Okay. And now we're gonna get started with the mount. And it looks like these are the wings. We're gonna be building the wings right now. Okay, so cone, have this part right here. And if you're just joining me, feel free, if you're joining me on Amazon, feel free to like take a look at the carousel. The carousel is filled of all the Pokemon builds that I have. The only ones that I don't have that are part of that would have to be the Charizard and the Gyarados. Those are part of my wish list. But I was so set on pretty much just purchasing as many of these as possible because once Lego announced that they had their partnership with Pokemon, I had like this huge feeling that we're not gonna see these anymore. Where is that piece? No, that's not it. So because I want to make sure that I get them and I'm able to like actually build them, because you know we're gonna lose them to resellers, and that's coming from a reseller. But usually when it comes to reselling, I normally just focus on thrifted items. That's what I like to do. Okay, so that's that part right there. From here, we're gonna add one of these pieces right here to the back side. And then, is there a difference? There's a difference. Some of these have like a little rotator. Interesting. Which one's this one? This one would probably be the rotator. Yeah. Oh, if I would have not noticed that. Okay, so this one, because the rotator is actually going to go into this piece. There we go. And whee! Oh, poor Jessie. Then the rotator is going to go inside of our rotator cuff in here. Ah! Okay, I should probably do piece by piece. Ah! I'll start off with that piece like that. Sorry, you guys. very best. No one ever was. Those are so true. Okay, from here, let's see here. I love when streaming platforms are like, oh, you are pre-recorded content. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure somebody reported. Okay. So, we're back if you were watching on Amazon. Okay. So, here, I think I still ended up putting it on the wrong side. Alright, from here, we're going to build another one, I believe. That's interesting. Gonna build another one. So, this one, oh, I feel like you could even see, I'm not quite sure if you guys can see that. Look at that. And if you look at it closer, it actually has, I don't know, this mechanic I really enjoy. I really do like this mechanic that they did for this one. I don't know what other Pokemon they would have been able to do this mechanic for, but this is a pretty cool mechanic. Alright, so from there we're going to grab this one with our little mini rotators. Like, you could actually see the difference because this one looks like. Okay. So you have the rotator in there. From there, we're going to go ahead and insert one of these. And then there's going to be this one, I believe. I think it's going to be this one. And this one is going to have these two. Interesting. I wonder. Oh, I see where it's going to go. Okay. So I don't think it quite matters. Well, maybe it does. Maybe it'll be harder to like take it apart. Right there. Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. Okay. So this one is going to go on this side. I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go that far. I thought it was going to go that far. Why does it tell me to put it all the way to the top if it's going to go all the way to the bottom? Alright, right there. That's one. And then we're going to create another one of these, which is going to be... I didn't pay attention that it was supposed to be two of them. Alright, so you got the cup rod, the double rod, then this one right here, and then your rotator one, which is going to have the peg facing back. And this one should be facing the same direction, where both of them are facing in that direction, like facing up. Right there. Okay. Let's see. Am I supposed to connect those? No. No, but this is supposed to be right here. Okay. Alright, then we're going to grab this tile so that this stops moving. Right there. Only thing though is I forgot to add the other piece. So it's going to be this brown one right in the middle. One, two. Right there. On the bottom, we're going to have the rubber ones kind of come in here to make sure it doesn't move around. Okay. Oh, they're like pretty stable right off the bat. Ah, there we go. That's gonna be off. All right, now we're gonna get into the base of the wings over here. Welcome in, welcome in. I am celebrating Pokemon Day with different builds. Most of these are all Mattel builds that you see in the bottom carousel. If you have any questions, let me know. But this one that I'm building right now is being highlighted, and that is Golbat. Golbat is how many? 318 pieces? Yeah, 318 pieces. 318 pieces. And what I really like about this one is that it's different than the other ones that I've built when it comes to the motion ones. Because this one actually has a little button that is basically going to create the motion. And I love when the builds have this clear kind of look at me, look at me. Eevee has that. I know Doug Trio is going to have that too. And this one has it. When I saw that we were going to be using a rubber band, I was like, what is this for? But that is so smartly designed. That I will say. But yeah, let me know. I am celebrating Pokemon Day with a different build every single day, leading up to the announcements that they will be doing at the end of the week. I'm excited to find out what they got in store. Alright, so here, that one's going to be facing up, I believe. Yeah. From here, it's going to be coming through. I guess it's not going to be too far. It's always interesting to see exactly where that's going to fall. Alright, so from there, we're going to add one of the buttons. Flush it to the one that you just put. And that is one of these. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. It's this one. It's a little hook. There we go. And that one's going to be a little bit angled. On the other side, we're going to add this tube. Come across the top. And then the double-sided peg next to that. And this kind of hammer looking one right in there, facing up with the really pointy part right there. Then we're going to have two hooks. Hook one is going to go right next to this right here, facing up, so not at the angle as the other one is. And then the second one is going to go over here before you get to the L tube. This is the fun part because we get to use our little wings that came together, like came with it. And they are made out of the plastic. I thought they were going to be like the silicone ones, but no, these are plastic. And we're going to use this one first. The right. It's going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to keep them in place by adding buttons. So that's going to be 1. Whoop. 1. 2 and 3. One, 2, and 3. I thought it would have a little bit more flexibility, but it doesn't. So it makes me wonder how this, like the actual wing part, is gonna go. Okay, this one is gonna go right in there. From here, we're going to build the other wing, and that one's going to start off with this one, and it's going to go opposite side. So start off with this, the little pan that I call it. That's one. Another one right here. With the cuff. There we go. Then we're going to add the L tube into the double-sided prong. Double-sided prong, double-sided prong. This one's next, with this one right down the middle. Okay, and it's going to be 1 and 2. Welcome in, welcome in. We are building Golbats, and this is day 3 of my countdown to Pokemon Day. So I have a bunch of different I have a backlog of Pokemon builds, and I'm basically just trying to fill my shelves with the Pokemon Mattel builds that I have before, you know, I get too crazy with the Legos, I guess. Alright, so... And right now we're working on the wings. This build is 318 pieces. Bags 1 through 4 is all the base and the wings, which is the last part that we're working on here. And then from there, the last 2 bags, which are bags 5 and 6, are all like the actual Pokemon build. Right there. And then this one is going to go on this side. Right there. It looks weird. I feel like we could just do this. What I really like about this build is that in comparison to the Butterfree, which I'm going to go ahead and show the Butterfree right now. That's not the Butterfree. This is the Butterfree. The Butterfree and the Eevee have this little crank that basically does the motion that it's going to be. And when it comes to the Butterfree, the motion comes within the wings and these 2 little like bushels of flowers. When it comes to the Eevee was 1,366 pieces. And pieces that move are, you're basically having these parts of her legs just kind of moving. The last time I moved it like this was a problem. But these 2 pieces are supposed to move. I personally messed up and it unclicked. And so now I basically need to go in there and fix it. I just haven't had a chance to. Aside from that, it's not like I'm always playing it with like that. Only when my daughter walks in is when I'll go ahead and she'll play with it. But I'm super excited. Tomorrow I'll be going live with Geodude, and that's going to be a little bit later in the day. I usually start at 12 Eastern time, and tomorrow I'm actually going to be starting, I believe, at 2 Eastern time. So we're going to see how fast I get Geodude done before I end up having to go pick up my daughter. Alright, so now we are on and off to bags number 5. And bags number 6. And this should all be part of the build for Golbat itself. We have the wings. Seeing as how it's 2 bags, I don't expect it to be like super crazy, like large. I think it's actually going to be pretty small and like pretty small in comparison. Like his body, but that's okay. Alright, so we're gonna start off with 2 of these. It's gonna be 1 and 2 with the black in the middle, like that, I believe. With the double-sided blue. I think it's double-sided. That one should be the double-sided blue. There's 2. And that one's going to be along the back. So 1, 2, and 3. With a square 4. Is that correct? There's a blue square. Oh, haha, my hand was blocking it. Alright, so that's going to be 1 right here. And then it's going to be the blue. Yeah. This double-sided blue right over here. He's going to be pretty small. Look. Interesting. And then going to be a 3 in the tan down the middle with 2 black doubles coming down the side. One and 2. There we go. It broke apart a little. That's fine. And I'm struggling with this one. Right there, that's one. And then the blue square right there, that's 2. It's gonna be 1 and 2. Over here, it's gonna be the 3 blue tile. Three blue tile. This one's a little fatter one. We need the smaller ones, which is going to be right here. It's not supposed to be this one, I think. Oh no. I was looking at the wrong side of the paper. I was like, it's saying that it shouldn't be the one with the fatter edge, but it is. Welcome in, welcome in. I am celebrating Pokemon Day with different builds every single day leading up to Friday. And today we're building Golbat. Some of my favorite features is that this one, instead of using a crank like the other ones I know have a crank, this one just has a little button that's going to have him kind of like flap his wings. In the inside you can actually see. I love it when it gives you the little window so you could see it. Aside from that, if you see anything in the carousel that you want me to kind of bring out, I have a few built out. The other ones I could give you the specs based off of the box. Do let me know. Other than that, don't be afraid to let me know if you're excited for Pokemon Day. I'm like definitely excited for Pokemon Day. I wonder what kind of announcements they're gonna do. And the top 3 things that I personally think that we're gonna hear about tomorrow is we're definitely gonna be getting a anniversary switch, I believe. At least like the skin and stuff. I personally want a Ditto one, but seeing as how it's, you know, Pokemon 30, I wouldn't be shocked if it's kind of like nostalgic and kind of giving retro vibes with keeping red and green in mind. I kind of see that, even though I really am trying to manifest the whole fact that I really want a Ditto switch. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to let me down. And they're going to go and focus more on celebrating the 30th anniversary. Aside from that, I feel that maybe perhaps they might also go the route of trying to bring back the anime, but in kind of like Sailor Moon Crystal style or Dragon Ball Z. I think it's Daima that is kind of like shortened up. I actually don't remember. What goes here? This is gonna be the hinge one. So I think that's gonna be another thing that we might see. Um, this is all my speculation, so don't come back to me and tell me you were wrong. But that's because I don't know for sure. I don't know what's gonna happen. But these are like the three things I would probably anticipate myself to hear from on Friday. Where's the hinge? There we go. And let's see, what would be the third one? I love and I'm super excited for Pocopia. There was another thing I was thinking that maybe perhaps they were going to announce, and now I forgot what it is. But I would definitely be looking forward to, let's see, Pocopia, definitely. Can't wait to play that. I don't know. I don't know how much that's gonna overtake my life though. I am a big avid Dreamlight Valley player, and I feel like I'm probably gonna miss out on the next update because I'm gonna be like still on Pocopia. I'm so excited. I know that they didn't announce when they announced Pocopia, they didn't announce a what is that one called? Cross Animal Crossing. There we go. Personally, I'm not a fan of Animal Crossing. I feel like the first time that I played it, the whole like little squigglies of the characters kind of put me to sleep, and I never got past to the point that I could kind of like really get cozied up with that game. Like I get too cozy with that game, unfortunately. But I do love my cozy games. I'm super excited for that one. They're doing that whole me thing when it comes to Nintendo just overall. I haven't even heard anybody in like understanding what people think of that game. I feel personally I'm going to give it a shot because especially with so many years not having the Mii's, I would hope that we kind of get the same thing as Spot Pass if they're doing this game with me. But I kind of don't know how that would work unless they took out another console. But I think right now, especially with the whole RAM situation, I don't think we're gonna see new consoles anytime soon. I was looking forward to the Steam box. I think that's what they were calling it, the Steam box. And now that's not going to be existent. Or maybe they will. Maybe they will release it. It's just going to be kind of costly. But for that, I guess I'll just connect my PC. Yeah. Let's see here. I need this one. No, that's the wrong side. I put all of those on the wrong side. This is a little fragile in comparison to some of the other ones I've done because it basically keeps everything like threes right there. So that's kind of messing with me right now because every single time I do something to this, it kind of moves. Devastation to unite all peoples within our nation. And yes, I have Pokemon playing in the background. I know every single song from the jukebox. I used to run home to like watch the anime religiously. And now I watch it religiously once a year from like Indigo League all the way to Horizons. I'll find you. Team Rocket's rocking. It's really sealed up. Hold on. Maybe I can get it from this side. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. It should be on this side. Oh, I see. I was wondering what was the difference between where it was where it was put, but I was supposed to do this way. There's the hook. All right. From there, that's so true. We're gonna attach this part. This part is facing this way. This side is coming over here. And here we're gonna put them together. How are we gonna put them together? Let's see. It has these slanted pieces. That's 1 and 2. Oh, we're actually gonna use this part. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all with me. No, it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in the world we must defend. Gotta catch 'em all so true. All through, you teach me and I teach you. Okay, from here, we're gonna turn it around. The sockets are gonna be on this side. We're gonna add the 3 at the bottom. 3x3 tile. Then from there, it's gonna be this kind of, where is it? This one. It's gonna be a double 3 in the blue with the tile coming over, and it's kind of like a slanted tile. So just flush it, and it's gonna go over the black part right there. We're almost done with this one. So excited. Welcome in, welcome in. Then when you turn it around, we're gonna have these little rotator pieces. Let's see. Do we have the rotator pieces? Oh, it's these. So this one's gonna go 1, and let's make sure we get the right one. This one's it. That's 2. I know you probably don't see the difference, but this one has an opening, which is going to be the rotator piece in comparison to this one that is double pronged. From there, we're going to grab, I think it's a special piece. Is it this one? How does that work? Okay, let's see here. We're going to go and, oh, it's this piece. There's like legit pieces that have like one side black, one side blue. Okay, let's see. So it's this one, and then the other one is going to be a 3 tile, which probably is going to be this one. Okay, so these two are going to be opposite right here. When we start messing with the tiles like this, I'm like, oh, this is going to be kind of hard because they move around a lot when you start off with the tile. All right, then it's going to be the double, which is going to go along the middle. Sinnoh Island. There we go. And it's going to be these that have the sideways. That's 1. And 2. Sinnoh Island. This is one of my favorite battles. From here, we're going to, I believe it's this one. Right there. We go like a little cockroach. Excuse me. And then this one right there. There we go. It didn't snap. Then we're gonna do the J cover, which should be like this. It doesn't quite look like it's gonna fall down. Oh, I just have this on the wrong side. Do I? I see. I have to do this. And this goes here. I had it on the opposite side. Yep, I had it on the opposite side. There you go. Now that makes sense. And then we have the white little claws or fangs coming in. Little fangs. Oh. So I guess it's gonna be like this. Maybe? We'll see. Okay, from here, this one's gonna attach right there. Right there. Rotator. It's the prong. Right down the middle. Then we're gonna have one claw. And then the other claw. And these are going to have the fangs. So that's 1 and 2. 1 and 2. With this one coming up here. I kind of forgot what Golbat looks like. I'm like, what does this look like now? Alright, so now we're going to get into the ears. Ready? And it's going to be just a regular 3 with the ears kind of facing up, facing down, like this. That's 1 and 2 with a square in the middle. Right there. Then it's going to be the double-sided 3. We're almost there. Okay. Then it's going to be the slanted pieces, which is going to start off with the first one First slanted piece. Where are they? This one? No. There we go. This one. So if the ears are on this side, this is going to go right here. Going up. These are the small pieces that my fingers are going to be tired after this. That's 1. And 2. Then this one, that's going to come in on the top. Right there. Look at that face! The side, and this one's going to take up 3 right there. No, is it right there? No, it's going to be on the top, I believe. There we go. That looks better. That looks more like the shape it's supposed to be, right? Yeah. Then it's going to be probably one of these, right? It's 1, and then this piece right here that's facing down, it's going to be square tile with square tile. Square tile and square tile. And right there. Oh, that's so cool. I like how it's shaping out to be. And then 1, 1 and 2. And going to go over here on the top. Right there. Just like that. Nice. And it looks like this time it's going to start you off with this piece first. That's 1. 1 and 2. Right there. 1 and 2. Right there. And then the 3. Right here. So we're going to do its little feet. Claws? What would they be? This. And the grip. That would be down here. And it's going to have a cap on both sides. So cap 1 and cap 2. That goes here. There we go. That's a lot of extra pieces. Not what I expected. 2 little legs. Alright, so if we're facing down, these are going to face down. 1 and 2. Alright. Then from here, right here, and here, this one is going to go right in there. That should be the one, yeah. Ooh, we got it. See, that's the part that is a little off, and I'm not quite sure why. Did I put the wrong one? Maybe I did. That feels like it's wrong. Let's see. This is the part that I feel like maybe perhaps it's not going to work out because I'm not quite sure. I feel like he's better off just doing this. But this is supposed to go in here. Maybe because I have it on the wrong side. I would think that that would work. But he gets stuck. That's where I don't know what exactly it's supposed to do. Because it's not moving. It's not moving. I don't know if it's too long. See, he's better off like this. Or at least like, what if this goes here? No, that doesn't go there. Let's see. So we take a look at this. You have that part. You go into the cone, okay? And then it's the, maybe perhaps it's a little bit longer than what it's supposed to be. Okay, so we have this piece, the cone right on top. Oh, I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is supposed to go a little bit lower down. But see, it doesn't even show like if it would be. Oh, that's because this piece is here. So it wouldn't. I feel like right there. Maybe now I have it to the point where it's supposed to be. Let's see. The bad thing is that now I have it in a position that it's going to be kind of hard to. But maybe perhaps that's gonna work. Okay. Yeah, it's how... There we go. I got it to work. Yay. Okay, so it is complete. We got Golbat going. What I like about this one is that it has the little button. So this is Golbat. This one is 200. No, I lie. It is 318 pieces. Let me show the box. So this one's Golbat. 318 pieces. And let me change the camera angle real quick. I know, you could kind of see like all the other ones I have, but this one you essentially push right here and it's gonna have that up and like that motion right there. Mind all my cables. So this one is 318 pieces. And this one is focused on having a rubber band right here. So when you see it here, it actually is clear enough that you could see the rubber band. And you could see the motion that it has. Comes with 3 different nameplates. So this one has a few less than Eevee and Butterfree. I know that this is Japanese. I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be Spanish because I never watched Pokemon in Spanish. So I actually don't know the names of the Pokemon in Spanish. I should probably look it up and see. This one's 318 pieces, recommended for ages 13 and up. From there, we have Butterfree that we finished earlier today, and we basically did yesterday. This one is 582 pieces. 582 pieces, and what I love about this one is the scenery. Like, it really is really cute, and I love how both of them kind of give you like an idea of what they both kind of give you an idea of their environment and their habitat. So like, for example, Butterfree is flying along the flowers over here, and as you can tell, I accidentally put the wrong one there. His eyes won't stay the same, so I still have to work on making sure that his eyes are like the right level. But he's flapping, so that's Butterfree. This one was 582 pieces. Then we have our Eevee, which is from the same kind. This one, I'm not sure if maybe perhaps I was missing pieces, but I know that I went through the whole manual and it was fine. For some reason, it has like this open spot right here. I think it's meant so that you could have the crank on either side, because this one comes out very easily, and I didn't quite understand why that might be. But I guess it's so that you can kind of like move it on both ends. So let's, I guess like whichever one it makes it easier for you. Because it also has the crank entry right here too. But this one, I could tell you mine, it unclicked before while I was building it, and I didn't get a chance to see it. So these pieces are not attached the way that they're supposed to be. But these pieces right here are supposed to move as well, so it looks like Eevee is running in the field. Like just right now, I messed it up. I have to go in there and fix it. But with this one, I really like it because one side right here, you're going to have the design with the nameplate. If I remember correctly, this one came with 6 different nameplates in 6 different languages. But then this one has the gears that you could see right here too. This one, if I remember correctly, because I don't have the box anymore, it was 1,000. 1,366 pieces. This one took me over 6 hours to build, only because I kept on stopping and going. Then from there, we have the Pokédex. This is the Kanto Pokédex. This one gives me hope that Lego is going to be like, oh, well, they did the Pokédex. Why don't we do the Pokédex too? And they end up going through kind of like how they do with Iron Man and have like all the different marks of Iron Man's suit. I would love to see a whole collection of Lego or building block Pokedex, because they all have like there were so many different ones with all different like shapes and stuff. But this one comes with the light up brick over here. Aside from that, it comes with 5 different tiles. You get Squirtle. They're holographic. I wish they were holographic, but that you would see the evolutions on them. But they don't. They have Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Eevee. Thanks for the follow. And then from there, you interchange it right here. I don't know what happened to my little piece here. I have to check what happened. So anyways, those are my builds for today. We got Golbat done. Beep. We got Golbat done. Golbat is done. He's flying now. And that's what we got today. Tomorrow, I'll be going live around 2-ish. I think it's scheduled for 2 o'clock. I will be tackling Geodude. Depending on what that looks like, I might be able to tackle one more, but I don't think so. We will get a chance to do Geodude. Geodude, I think I have it over there. I don't have it over here. Geodude, I actually have it here where I could take a look at the specs real quick. Or not. Geodude is the one that I'm going to be focusing on tomorrow. That one looks like it has the crank. And like I said before, I'm basically celebrating Pokemon Week, and I am getting ready for the anticipation of any announcements that they're about to do for Friday by building my Pokemon backlog. So all the ones that you see in the carousel right now are all different ones that I have. The only ones that I don't have is the Charizard that is part of the Motion collection and the Gyarados. But aside from that, I have already built the other ones there. So yeah, if you want to find some more Pokemon themed items that I personally have curated, you could always go over to my storefront and you could take a look at some of the Pokemon pics I have on there. I love building, so if you love building and taking a look at what models look like afterwards, or if you want to just build with me, I like it when people are in the chat and be like, oh, I'm doing this part right here too. If you like to build with me, you can always hit that follow button. And as of right now, I should be going live tomorrow at about 2 o'clock with Geodude. This is my little countdown going down to, Pokemon Day. I'm super excited because basically I'm leading up to building this one, which took me a while to find because it was hard to find anybody that still had this one available and not seriously overpriced. Is it this one? No. So this is the Pokemon Stadium. This one is 1,107 pieces. This is going to be what I build on Friday after the announcements that they're going to do. I do wonder how long it's going to take me, because the last time I did a Mattel build that was 1,000 and some pieces, That was Eevee, and it was 1,366 pieces, and it took me 6 hours to build. I'm hoping this does not take me 6 hours to build. I would hope that this is a little bit easier to build rather than that one, because that one has like the mechanical parts. But this one, I know that's supposed to be the battle and play, build and battle and play. So I know that there's going to be some pieces here that are going to require some of those mechanical pieces, but in like some of those mechanical builds, but we're going to see how it goes. I really do hope it doesn't take me 6 hours. However, Pikachu is what I'll be building on Thursday. This one I know for a fact that it's going to take me a while, because Eevee took me the same amount. Like, Eevee took me 6 hours. I'm pretty sure Pikachu is going to take up about the same time. Only because it's, the piece count is the same. Oh, similar, actually. Uh, Pikachu is, actually, that's a good price. Hold on. Oh, wow, that dropped a lot. I just noticed that. $69.99. That is not the price I paid for this one. And that was recently right now too. Because the 401 was a drop from the 450 that it usually is, I think. I wonder if that means Gyarados and Charizard are reduced priced as well. Let me see. See, I haven't even checked this in a while. Charizard is 101. Whoa, that went down. 101. Oh, I don't have Gyarados on here. I have to check out Gyarados. Quite honestly, I am not surprised, and that's why I really want to focus. If you're a Pokemon lover and you love building, I know they're not Lego. Mattel is really good. I really do enjoy their builds. Um, and I tried my best to get as many as possible the moment that Lego announced their partnership with Lego with Pokemon, because these are really good builds, and I know that I'm not going to see them again. I don't know if their partnership is still kind of going on between Mattel and Pokemon, but I'll tell you right now that if these are something that you're interested in, get them before the resellers do, because they are going to disappear. You're not going to see them anymore. They have been going down in price because they're starting to phase out. And it's all because of the Lego Pokemon partnership that is going on, which I'm super excited to see what Lego has in store as far as Pokemon go. But in comparison to the builds that are coming out right now, those are definitely for display. They're a little bit more stationary. You can put them in different positions and stuff, but these, especially like, seeing Pikachu, I still got it at $100 right now. It's 670. Like, I'm sorry, I have no glasses on right now. It is $67.99. That's the lowest I have ever seen it, and I'm, no lie, a little pissed off because that's not the price I paid. But anyways, and it's 1,000. It's 1,095 pieces. I cannot express to you how shocked I am that it's gone down even further. Um, but I know for a fact that the reason why it's going down is because of this Lego Pokemon partnership. I want to say that they no longer have the partnership with Pokemon, and we're probably not going to see these mega ones anymore. Every single mega Mattel Pokemon build that I have seen are have all been on promotion. And that to me means, coming from a retail background, is they're getting discontinued. And we know that they usually retire sets, at least Lego does. But that basically means that they're for them to start putting on sale mostly every single one of their builds, that means that they no longer have that partnership, and therefore you're going to not see these anymore. And it makes me sad, but it also makes me excited because I'm anticipating to see what Lego has in store for us as far as the new builds that are going to be coming our way. But anyways, this one I'll be building on Thursday. If you want to chat and build with me, you could always find me here. I'll be on on YouTube and on Amazon. You could shop with me here too. And if you want any more creations as far as other Pokemon items that I love, I always find Pokemon items that you would give a chef, mostly because my husband's a chef. So he's always looking for like anime themed items. Those would make great gifts. I know that we're getting into the Father's Day, Mother's Day, and graduation pretty soon. Before you know it, it's here. So always feel free to check out my storefront to see what items I have curated there. Other than that, you could always tap the link in my bio. That's going to take you to my link tree, and you could follow me on social to see all the finished products. I don't post them right away, but I do have a lot of Lego and building blog content there for you guys. So, anyways, it was a pleasure building Goldback today, and I look forward to building Geodude tomorrow with you guys. I should be live at 2. If you go over once again to my storefront, you could actually see when is my next live scheduled for. And don't forget to hit that follow button so that you could get the notifications of when I go live. I try to have a set schedule, but sometimes that does not happen. So, thank you for joining me today, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye!